Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me for this update on our renovations project. I wish you could be with me. I'm sitting here in our beautiful garden terrace on an autumn afternoon. Or maybe you were here a couple of weeks ago on that autumn morning when we celebrated the Kirkin of the Tartan Sunday, and there were 300-400 people out here on the terrace enjoying fellowship together, listening to the bagpipes, and then going into our beautifully renovated sanctuary for that amazing service of worship. Don't you love being in our sanctuary now that it's renovated? The beautiful wood on the ceilings gives a warm glow to it, and yet the increased lighting makes it brighter and more alive. We enjoy more space between the pews and that wonderful adaptable chancel area so that we can have a children's choir actually be visible to us, or we can have a very traditional pulpit setting. We can have a wedding up on the chancel or rearrange instruments concerning whatever kind of worship we want to do. People who come into our sanctuary tell me they just love to be in that room. They say, you know, it feels like our sanctuary, only more so, like what it's always supposed to be. I love to be in the sanctuary, or I love to go out from the sanctuary and go downstairs and see what's going on in the youth and children's rooms. They're all completely renovated. Nobody even realizes they're in a basement anymore. It's beautiful space. Perhaps you've seen it. Did you know that our young adults who saw it got so excited they realized that there were ministry potentials beyond our community? Now, the first Friday of every month, they invite families with special needs children to come use our children's ministry space and leave their kids with us and go get a much needed respite. Did you know our space is so beautiful that the General Assembly of our denomination wants to come here this summer in 2012 to have their week-long meeting on our grounds? There'll be over 500 ministers, missionaries, and elders enjoying the space that you helped create. The space that we created to do our ministry is already blossoming forth in mission, both here and around the world. You see, we've begun the mission component of our capital campaign as well. Thanks to your gifts, we've provided camera equipment to our partner church in Cairo, Egypt. Now, in the midst of that country's historic political upheaval, they are broadcasting a message of hope and peace in the Lord Jesus Christ. Thanks to you, we have an opportunity to affect a nation with the gospel. So much has already been done. I hope you've seen the elevator or the renewed fellowship hall, or even realized that we've had to renovate and redo the gymnasium roof. Much has been done. But now I guess we need to talk about financing. We're approaching the third and final year of our campaign. It's a huge campaign, over $5 million. And back in 2009 when we started, the economy was terrible. But you pledged generously. Our leadership knew that we needed to go forward, even though those generous pledges didn't quite match the amount that we needed. We trusted that God would provide new members, increased pledges, and increased faithful giving from you. He's already doing that, but as the final year approaches, we need to do more. Because, of course, there were a few overruns. We didn't expect to have to put a new roof over the gym. This beautiful garden that's behind me cost a little more than expected, and we had to do more to outfit our classrooms and our sanctuary with up-to-date media and audio equipment. All in all, we're between $650,000 and $700,000 short of having the project completely paid for when the current pledges are given. That's really only about 11 or 12% more of the total project cost. We believe it's quite doable if all of us give faithfully. So let me just outline for you 3 giving categories. You tell me where you are. In the metaphor of the race, the run to the finish line, we've got 3 kinds of runners. Some who need to get into the race. We've got wonderful new members, and we want them to realize that we won't be able to finish without them. They can start in this final year and join us in pledging to the campaign. There are others of us who want to finish strong. So many of you told me you were giving above and beyond what you could even imagine giving. You pledged sacrificially. That's wonderful. And I believe God will be faithful to you and enable you to finish all that you promised to do. Finish strong. But there's still others of us who finished our pledges or whom God has blessed with more prosperity. We're going to be able to give more, to kick in an extra mile, to go a longer distance. Between the 3 of us, strong finishers, new racers, and over and above givers, we're going to make that debt disappear. And by the end of 2012, we will have a wonderful completed project that's affecting this church, Baton Rouge, and around the world. I look forward to being with you in that time. I love being your pastor, and I'm so thankful for your giving to our church. God bless you.